Okay, I tried printing with turmeric and wine. Yes, actual wine. Spoiler alert, it was a little gross, extremely yellow, and involved way more science than I expected. This is episode 1 of my new series where I try every creative product ever. And today we're diving into the wonderfully unpredictable world of Antotypes. Antotypes are a form of natural photography. You basically coat a surface, paper, canvas, you name it, with a plant-based dye, turmeric, beet juice, red wine, etc. Then press a plant or a cutout over it and leave it in the sun. The exposed area bleaches and the covered areas stay dark. Boom, image. Nature plus sunlight equals magic, in theory. I started by drying some flowers to use as my print material. Or, well, I tried to dry them. Let's be real, they were still a little soft. Damp, optimistic, but still very not dry. Did that stop me? Absolutely not. Before jumping in, I mapped out where all of my not quite dry flora would go and took a quick reference photo, just in case everything shifted mid-experience. To make the printing mixture, I combined turmeric and alcohol. Just a little of each. You can find turmeric at most dollar stores, and vodka works great as the solvent. Once it's mixed, I filtered out the excess powder to get a smooth golden liquid. And just like that, your DIY Antotype ink is ready. Pro tip. Let it dry in a dark place, so that the sunlight doesn't start developing your image before you're ready. And because I like chaos, I also tried it with red wine instead of vodka. Let me save you the trouble. It smells like heartbreak and regret. 0 out of 10. Do not taste. Once your surface is dry, you carefully place your flat objects on top. In my case, my not so dry flowers. Then, sandwich everything under a piece of glass. I just use the pane from an old dollar store frame. Pop it out in the sun for a few hours and make sure the glass is secured. Tape and rocks work just fine. Avoid covering your print area. So here's the science. Turmeric is a pH indicator dye. That means when you develop it using baking soda, which is basic high pH, the yellow pigment darkens. The result? A rich brown image. It's like giving your artwork a suntan. If you soak it in vinegar, boom, back to yellow. But then it fades again. So if you want to preserve the yellow, there's a product. RIT makes a colorless mordant that locks it in. It's a natural process, but it's science and art holding hands, which is exactly the kind of thing I love. So I tried again the next day. This time on canvas paper with a stencil and actually dry plant material. I wanted cleaner lines and something that might actually work. Okay, moment of truth. Did it work? Not really. Was it gorgeous? Close enough. But there's so much potential here. The colors, the nature, the layering possibilities. Making something in my style. Stencils with lace. Using citrus instead of baking soda. Masking fluid. Or layering turmeric with other dyes like beet or spinach. I can already imagine all the different techniques I could still try. It was definitely not the results I was thinking. It turned out pink. But I'm not giving up on this technique quite yet. If you've ever tried Antotypes or want to, tell me everything. Would you do anything differently? Got any weird tips? Or should I try a third version? Or maybe you have another method or product altogether you'd like me to try. Let me know in the comments. I'm down for experiments, fails, and messy magic. Let's turn trying into an art form.